Hey everybody, it's Brian from Brian's Vinyl Records, and I am here for a VCLT video, my first ever, so I'm kind of excited about this. I got a VCLT package from Dan at Dan's Vinyl Records in the mail. He had reached out to me and said that he wanted to send me something, which I thought was pretty cool. I've seen a lot of VCLT videos, but never really experienced it myself, so this is really exciting. So you will probably notice I'm in a different location today, and that is because my family is downstairs just outside where I usually do my videos, which is in my office, watching America's Got Talent. They're trying to catch up on the season, I guess, and that's not my real thing, so I'm up here. So I'm in my kitchen at my table, so that's why the lighting isn't very good, and I got the nice scenery behind me here, which soon enough is going to be gone because the neighbors are tearing it down. It's their trees and they're doing something with that. But anyway, I got this package here, so I've kind of started on the tape here, but let's go ahead and see what we got inside the old box here. Alright, so I've seen a lot of these and people do them different ways. Sometimes they open and look, and other times they open and don't look. So I'm just going to reach in here and grab whatever's on top first. Looks like there's some cool stickers of some sort in there. Some bubble wrap. Oh, there's something there. I'll look at that secondly. Alright, so first and foremost, we got some stickers here. We got vintage vinyl here out in Del Mar in U City. So that's pretty cool. And then we also have Planet Score Records. Kind of cool. If I'm ever in the area of, what is it, St. Louis area or somewhere in Missouri there, I will have to check those out. So the first thing that came out was this big sleeve with a 45 in here. And we've got Bruce Hornsby and The Range, which I like Bruce Hornsby and The Range, and this is the single for The Way It Is. How cool is that? Great song. I have the album, but do not have the 45. This looks to be in decent shape. Clean it up a little bit, but pretty cool. So Bruce Hornsby and The Range, The Way It Is. Very nice. Thank you, Dan. Let's see. And then we got something else in here. 14 blockbuster country hits, Rowdy Country. A little compilation from country music. Dan used to work at a country music radio station as a DJ, or DJ, I guess. Yeah, DJ. He's not on MTV. And so he was always talking about how he had, kind of grown out of country because he had listened to a lot of it and had to hear the same songs over and over again. So I do like a good country music, and let's see what we got on here. This looks like some old school country here. We got Willie Nelson, love Willie Nelson. You got Hank Williams Jr., Waylon Jennings, Mel McDaniel. So it should be a pretty fun little interesting listen here. So this is K-Tel Records compilation, Rowdy Country. So very cool, Dan. I thank you for that. I look forward to giving it a spin. You'll see that on my Instagram channel if you follow me there, probably this week. So cool. I appreciate it, Dan. I think that's everything that's in. Oh, I guess not. Let's see what else. We got some more 45s in here. They probably fell out of that there. Okay, we got Phil Collins, Against All Odds, from the movie soundtrack, it looks like. Very nice. Great tune, of course. We've got, oh, there you go. Some White Lion, Wait. Let's see, Wait from White Lion on 45. Love it. Love White Lion. Good stuff. More Phil Collins here, Two Hearts. Awesome song. This one was on the Buster soundtrack, if I'm not mistaken, as well, which I have that soundtrack. But this one's cool because growing up, my dad bought the Buster soundtrack on cassette, and so we would always listen to Groovy Kinda Love, and I believe it was Two Hearts that was on there as well, on that same soundtrack. So we'd always, I think it was song 1 on one side and the final song on the other side. So what we would do is we would listen to whichever one was first. I think it was Two Hearts was first. We'd listen to that, then we'd flip the tape over, rewind a little bit, and listen to Groovy Kinda Love after that. So it's kind of a fun little story from growing up here. So thank you, Dan. That's very kind of you. Very cool. We got Oh, I Can't Live Without Your Love. And oh, wow. That's awesome. We got some Nelson. I Can't Live Without Your Love and Affection. Love that hair metal stuff. And these guys were kind of like that poppy glam metal group that came out in the, I believe it was the late 80s, early 90s. And that's awesome. I've been actually looking for the album from these guys because there's some really good songs on it and haven't had any luck finding it. So really cool to have the 45. I will definitely be giving that a spin soon. And the last one here, we got The Who, Behind Blue Eyes. Great tune, great tune. Cool 45, so thank you, Dan. I appreciate that as well. The B-side is My Wife, which I don't know if I recognize the title, but I've probably heard the song. Behind Blue Eyes, I really dig that song by The Who, and I actually really like the Limp Bizkit version as well that they did for, I think it was the Gothica soundtrack with Halle Berry. So very cool. So that should be it. Yep, that's all that's in there. So there you go. I just love it. Great stuff, Dan. You picked out some really cool stuff. He told me not to expect anything, too exciting. But you know what? I have a collection of 45s. I really like 45s, so this is really cool. I don't have any of those currently on 45s, so that's awesome. And I like good country music, so I'm looking forward to hearing what's on that compilation as well. I didn't really take a look at the songs, but the artists, I know a few of them, and I like those, so looking forward to it. So thank you again, Dan, from Dan's Vinyl Channel. If you don't already, please subscribe to Dan's channel. I'll leave a link below. You can subscribe to it there. Dan's a great guy, has a lot of the same musical interests that I do, and so I look forward to his videos all the time whenever he puts them out. So thank you, Dan. I appreciate it. Thank you all for watching. Very cool. I'll definitely be paying this forward as well going into the future. So thank you. Have a great day. And until next time, keep spinning, vinyl friends. Quick jump back in here. I completely forgot to read the note that he sent. I know people do this on a lot of the VCLTs, so I'll give this a read and see what he says here. Hopefully he doesn't mind, but here we go. It says, Brian, I hope these find you well. If they aren't your cup of tea, I won't be hurt if you want to give them away, trade, or use it for art. I hope you don't mind KTEL comps. There are some great classic jams on that. Also included are some stickers from a couple of my favorite shops in St. Louis. Take care, Dan. P.S. I appreciate what you bring to the VC, MC. Keep on, buddy. So, very cool. Thank you, Dan. Again, I really appreciate it. I was never expecting any of this, anything like this to ever happen for me. So, I do appreciate it. And keep spinning, vinyl friends.